Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Women's Sports Matter podcast. My name is Gianna Castro, and I'm your host. Today, we are going to be talking to maybe one of the best women's boxers ever? Question mark?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'll
Would you
take
care to
it.
introduce yourself, please?
Yes, my name is Franchón Crews-Dezurn, aka the Heavy Hitting Diva, and I am a unified super middleweight world champion, soon to be undisputed.
Ooh, we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up for her. But first, as you all know, we have to go to that beautiful little ad read that I do for today's sponsor, Anchor. That's right. If you're listening on Anchor today, well, you're going to hear an ad about the app that you're listening on. So there you go. We're going to hear about Anchor for like 30 seconds, and then we're going to jump right into things. So let's play that ad. This is the Women's Sports Matter podcast. I'm Gianna Castro, and let's head to that ad read. That ad read was lovely because guess what? I just re-recorded it because I was tired of the last one that was already there. You're welcome. I changed it again because I'm indecisive, but that's not what today's episode is about. So I heard through the grapevine that you have something big coming up. Would you want to talk about that?
Yes, as you know, I'm a professional boxer, former Team USA alumni for over 12 years, and I have the opportunity to make more history by becoming the first ever male or female super middleweight undisputed champion. What that entails is there's four major sanctioning bodies in professional boxing. I hold two belts that represent two of those sanctioning bodies, and on Saturday, I fight for the other two. And when I win all four, I'll be known as an undisputed champion.
That is so cool. That is there's no words to describe it. I'm just thinking
Um,
about like all those different achievements. It makes me speechless because I probably will never get close to anything like that, and a lot of people won't
no,
either.
never know.
Um, yeah, you got to work hard for it. Do you want to talk about the different training you've been doing to work on if you're working on different techniques or anything like that before this comes up?
Yes, I'm super talented and super gifted. So my main focus for this camp was just to refine and get in good condition to go very high pace and very strong over 10 rounds. I did a lot of running, strength and conditioning, and a lot of mental work. So I think it's a good mixture. And on Saturday night, June 19th, it's all going to come together.
Do you have a favorite workout that you do or a favorite activity that you do?
One of my favorite activities is I love to spar. It's a love hate thing because nobody likes to get punched in the face, but sparring is good because I could really it's like the closest simulation to fighting, and I can practice on my mindset. I can practice on my physical conditioning. So that's good. And I also like just jogging when I'm in shape. When I first start, it's hard because I'm like not conditioned and I get tired. But once I get into it, and the progress is what keeps me going. Seeing my body change, seeing my conditioning change, and seeing everything firing the way it should fire.
Do you have any favorite music that you listen to while you're jogging?
Yeah, I listen to everything. I listen to slow jam sometimes. I listen to ratchet music. I listen to inspiration. I listen to whatever. Like I have a theme for that run and I just go with it.
So do you pick a playlist on Spotify, for example? You know how they do like they'll make pod playlists for you every day. Do you do one of those or do you just put
No,
on whatever?
I'm so behind the times. I'll just like go to YouTube.
Oh,
Have
YouTube. Okay.
like my list on my phone. But I'm just like I probably listen to the same song like three times in a row.
I'm like that sometimes. Do you have a track to recommend for anyone right now that you've been listening to?
What? Oh, a song?
Yeah.
No, it's embarrassing. I can't.
What is it like Baby Shark or something?
Nah, it's ratchet. It's called Pop It by Megan Thee Stallion and Bankroll Freddie. It's just really ratchet.
My sister really likes Megan Thee Stallion. She listens to her all
Yeah,
the time.
she speaks to my alter ego, you know. When I need to feel big and bossy, I put on some Megan or Cardi B or something.
It's like your hype music.
Yeah.
My hype music is like I don't even have I don't really listen to a lot of like rap or whatever, so my hype music is like alternative stuff. It's really lame.
No, like who? I listen to everything. I don't even listen to
Um
rap like that,
I
but
listen to Wallows if you've ever heard of them.
no, I'll check them out though.
The lead singer is Dylan Minnette, and he was in 13 Reasons Why. He's the main guy in 13 Reasons Why. If you've ever heard of that show, it's on Netflix. Yeah, I didn't
I've
know he
heard of
could
this show. I
sing.
never watched it.
Yeah, he's
Oh
in like a
wow.
lot of other movies too. Yeah,
Well, I heard 13 Reasons Why was really intense, you know,
yeah,
like
it is really intense. I've only watched the first two
yeah,
seasons, and then I was like,
I don't need to be triggered off into depression at this point, so I'm gonna wait.
but I really like their music. Fun
Okay.
to listen to. Yeah, my most listened to artist is Wallows, and like my number one song is one of theirs, and I haven't even been listening to them that long. Like my all-time listen to song is one of theirs, and I've only listened to them for like a year now. And I've had
See, like we
Spotify for 4 years.
see, you're like so young. So like I guess the alternative music like back in the day, I used to like listen, what is it, Evanescence and Linkin Park.
Yeah,
What is the group called? Gorilla, I think.
I don't think I've heard of them.
They were like, I wanna get free. And then they had another song, I'm happy. I'm feeling glad I got
I'm sure
sunshine.
my mom would know that.
Oh, he just, yeah. Oh God, it was my age. It's okay. See, we learned. You can look gorillas up and I'll look up
Okay.
wallows. We're winning.
Okay. Okay. Back to the stuff that we're supposed to be talking about. I told you it's like a mix of everything on here because I can't just cover one topic. I'm all over the place.
Welcome
Um,
to my world.
do you want to talk about your opponent coming up and everything like that? Just a little bit about them for people who don't follow this kind of boxing or just boxing in general.
Yeah, well, my opponent, her name is Elin Cederroos. She's from Sweden. She also holds two of the four belts. Um, we have similar records. She's undefeated. I have one loss. I fought against Clarissa Shields my first fight, and I, lost on points. But Elin Cederroos, she's strong. She's tall. She has a European style, just straight punches and tries to move. And she's tough. So I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm going to win, but I think it'll be entertaining and just got to tune in to see.
Do you watch film of your opponents before you head into a match?
Of course. Don't you look at the menu before you eat? No,
That's a good one.
pause. But yes, I was familiar with her. We actually 2020 we fought right after each consecutively. Like she fought one day and I fought the next day. So I'm familiar with her. I have a good team as coaching staff, and my husband, he's my training partner. So they do all the deep stuff. I just focus on preparing and making sure I'm in the best condition I can be in.
So can we talk about a controversial match that you were a part of? We tried to do this last time we talked, but the match with Jimenez. If people don't know what happened there, do you want to explain that kind of situation that you were in and what the outcome was?
Yeah, it was a traumatic situation. I actually fought Jimenez, who was the former heavyweight world champion, and she dropped down about 2 or 3 weight classes to challenge me. And I'm all for hard work, but it was just really shaky because she lost the weight dramatically, and just it was a total transformation that didn't coincide with the normal process of a person. Even if you work hard. But long story short, I had suspicions. They were proven correctly after our fight when she tested positive for testosterone. And basically, she was a PED abuser. Um, I lost that fight on split decision, even though I had I scored the most points and my percentages were more than hers. Um, and I didn't have possession of my belts, but everything was overturned and I was reinstated. And now I'm here fighting for undisputed on June 19th. So everything worked itself out. Cheaters don't win.
Cheaters don't win. That is so true.
And say no to drugs.
Yeah. I remember when I'm a big baseball fan. I don't know if you can tell by the White Sox hat that I'm wearing, but every single time that there would be a story about like a PED user, or just in any sport in general, it makes me wonder, like, you must feel really bad about yourself where you have to go and use drugs to try and not only boost your self-confidence, but to also like ruin other people's careers too. If there's, especially with position players in baseball, if you're hitting maybe 2 home runs off a person in a game, that pitcher is going to be recalled and they're going to go back down to the minor leagues. It's happened with a lot of pitchers, and it's really sad to see people's careers ruined because of incidents like this. And first of all, I would just like to say I'm glad you're okay, and I'm really sorry that you had to go through an experience like that.
Thank you. And that's so true. And with baseball, you're hitting a ball, but in boxing, you're hitting a person and their skull, their body. So like that was the first fight I ever got hurt in. I got caught with a really good shot. It felt like a blunt object. It didn't even feel like a punch, but like you said, thank God I have my health, and I could have lost my life that night. And that year, 2020, and the previous months, we lost over 3 boxers in a ring. So it's not a game. You can really die in a ring.
Did she ever reach out, or did her team ever reach out to you to apologize or anything like that?
Oh, they try to maintain their innocence. And even her wife recently tried to bully me on social media once again, and just, very nasty disposition and very hateful. But I just focus on the positive and focus on where I want my life to go. And I suggest anyone else, if you got somebody who's living in this negative, hateful space in their life, let them stay there and just focus on moving forward with your life.
It's just, again, like, it's sad.
Yeah.
Stuff like this shouldn't be happening. And one thing that the most damaging part of stuff like this is the Russian Olympic team has to suffer too. Like, not all Russian Olympians are PED users, but at the same time, how else are you going to stop people from one country that are using, like, everyone is using it? How are you going to stop that from happening? There's consequences. I know that she got temporarily banned. Is that correct?
It wasn't as stern as I would like it. It was, I would have preferred to be banned, but all I can do is worry about myself and focus on my things. I'm not in that control, but I'm a firm believer that the universe always works itself out. And I'm abundant in blessings right now. I'm about to make history and be an undisputed world champion.
Would you ever fight her again if the opportunity were to come up?
They would. You know what? It's not a point of being afraid or feeling like I'm inferior. I have a very, very disdain for that person. They traumatized my life. But if they paid me a lot of money and they had extensive drug testing, I would beat that chick up.
Oh, I want to let's go back in time here to the first time that you ever picked up a pair of gloves. Do you remember what that feeling was like to first start out boxing, and can you explain why you decided to start boxing?
Yeah, I just started to lose boxing for singing because I, had to lose some weight. And the first time I ever sparred in the ring, it was like a vortex of high speed. Like you take a car and go 250 miles an hour. It was very intense, but it was a crazy adrenaline rush, and it stuck with me. And that's what I've been chasing this whole time.
I know that you do a bunch of other stuff too between singing and designing clothes. Do you want to talk about those two other things?
Yes, I have a lot to do now as we speak, but I sing and songwrite. Actually, my Triller promotion that's dropping, shout out to Triller, will feature some of my own music, my original music. I design clothing that I wear. I've designed boxing apparel for other fighters, and I have to finish designing my outfit for June 19th. So I'm just a little bit into everything. I'm a super creative, and I just keep it moving.
Multi-talented.
Yes, yes.
I wish I had that many tricks up my sleeves. I only got this show. That's all
You
I can
got
do.
it.
And
Hey, you
frisbee.
got it. You got it. Frisbee life.
Yeah, ultimate frisbee. That's something that I've been doing. I told my mom, I think it was last school year. I was like, this is the
Uh-huh.
only thing I've actually been good at. It's the only sport that I've ever been good at is frisbee.
Good
Like I can't
hand-eye
shoot a basketball.
coordination.
Yeah.
Good
Just
hand-eye
good.
coordination.
Oh yeah, good hand-eye coordination. Yeah. All the other sports that I've tried, it was it's so bad. Like I was not a good soccer goalie. I really wanted to play baseball growing up. Like that was the one thing that I wanted to do. I was like, Mom, I'm gonna be the first woman in Major League Baseball, and now I'm sitting here at 18 hosting a podcast. So I think we all see how this stuff works out.
It's never too late. Go for your goal if you
Never
want
too
to.
late. I think I'm
It
done,
takes a
man.
lot of
Like
hard work and dedication. You can do amazing things.
possibly, I don't know. I've got something happening with my shoulder right now. I'm trying not to screw it up. I kind of blame baseball for that. It's just like this
Lord,
whole motion.
poor baby. Oh.
I have been injured a lot. My oh my god, you should hear my friend. He keeps track of the amount of times that I've been hurt. Um, he's one of those people.
Well, hey, we all need friends like that.
Yes, we do. An overprotective friend. That's exactly what I need.
Mm-mm-mm.
Um, is there is there a point in your boxing career where you've ever thought maybe I should stop? Is there any point where you've thought of giving up and like maybe just to go to pursue a different career?
Well, I've never been normal, and I've never seen myself as normal. So I did have a point where I was very, very discouraged in boxing, and that's when I came up short for the first ever Women's Olympic trials. And that was like in 2012, 2011, 2012. But shout out to my friend, my then friend, now husband, who just, pushed me along, and now we're here. So, I mean, everybody gets weary at times, and I slow down, but I never stop. And I don't see myself stopping anytime soon either.
You're just gonna keep going? You're gonna keep boxing until you're 70?
I'm in the prime of my life. One of my mentors, Bernard Hopkins, boxed till he was like 51, 52. So who knows?
Tom Brady of boxing, possibly? He's old.
Bernard Hopkins, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd's
Yeah.
44. He just got back in the ring. So who knows?
I mean, if it takes a lot of time to keep in shape and to maintain like correct health and everything like that. So
Well,
if you
I'll
want to
save
do
a
that,
lot of
have
money.
fun.
I'll save a lot of money. The thing these days is to get plastic surgery. I won't have to do that. I can just keep working out.
It's so funny. Oh my god, you're hilarious, by the way. You're like my funniest guest that I've ever had
Thank
on this show.
you. Thank you. I'm keeping it 100, boo.
Oh my god. I want to talk more about clothing design. Did you ever want to go to school for that? Is there at first I don't know. Did you go to college? I don't know this.
Yes,
Where'd you go to school?
I just got my degree. Actually, the 24th of last month, I graduated for small business management, in entrepreneurship. So I do have the bones to do it. As far as going to school, I've never really had time to attend fashion school. That's something I may do in the future. And, just even I want to take voice lessons. I want to do a few other things, but once I get through this fight and just keep ascending, I'll find time to do the things that I want to do, the other things I want to do.
I've seen the clothes that you've designed and they're spectacular. Like
Thank you. Wait
the
till you see me
the
on Fortnite.
oh, I can't wait to see what it looks like. I mean, I
Thanks.
wish I could see it now, but you probably don't want to show that off right
I
away.
gotta
I'll
go
be
finish it.
patient.
I fly out tomorrow, so I'm so backed up. I have so much to do. So yeah.
So the fight's gonna be in Florida, is that correct? In
Yes,
Miami?
Miami, Florida, at the Lone Depot Park where the Marlins baseball team play. So, I have a little of that swag there. Hit a home run on her face. But yeah, June 19th, it's going to be amazing. We also have like some performers singing and rapping. And it's just a whole vibe. That whole week is crazy.
Are you
The
gonna
whole
sing,
week is crazy. Hmm?
are you gonna sing there? Are you one of the
Oh
performers?
no. No, I told them they could hire me to do the anthem, but no, I'm not one of the performers. I gotta focus on getting the belts first.
I've seen that you've done the anthem for a few of the competitions you've been at. Is
Yeah,
there is it nerve-wracking to do that? Because I've never sung the anthem for
no,
anything.
I'm confident in doing both, so it's not. It's not.
Have you ever forgotten the words while doing it?
I have, but I keep going. Any true diva keeps going and makes her own words up.
I work for a baseball team like 40 minutes from my house, and we were playing a team from Winnipeg, so we have to play
Mhm,
the Canadian anthem. And this
mhm,
guy, he sang both the Canadian and the American anthem, and he messed up the words for "Oh Canada." He had this piece of
mhm.
paper, and he would like look down at it and memorize a few of the lines, and he'd sing. We didn't put the words up on the board or anything like that, because we didn't know what to do. I don't think we
Mhm.
ever had a Canadian team in the last time I checked, so this was like this new thing that we were doing. We just got moved to a new league. But anyway, he stopped. He looked up and said sorry. He had to unfold his paper and then he kept going, and it was like there were like 2,000, no, that's wrong. 12,000 views on Twitter. Someone posted the video off the live feed. It was like I
Embarrassing.
feel bad because I control the live feed for the team. And so it was
Oh
just like
man.
it
It was
was funny but sad.
that awkward moment, that awkward silence, like, oh man.
And then the other day he sang the anthem again, but the mic wasn't on. So he sang the whole anthem without the mic on, and I feel really bad for this guy.
And next time he's gonna be singing at some huge event. Some huge event.
Yeah. I mean, we're only like not even a minor league baseball team. It's more of a like a partner league with Major League
Uh-huh.
Baseball. So
Is it
that's
the B League, like the B?
it's well, I forgot. It's called the American Association. That's the league
Mm-hmm.
that my team is in, and
Mm-hmm.
it's the Major League Baseball teams can buy players from our leagues. So that's what
Yeah.
happens.
I know what you're talking about because we have the Orioles and I think our minor league or B league is the Bowie something. I know what you're talking about.
Minor league baseball is a lot of fun. A lot of crazy stuff happens versus uh, maybe major league stuff. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fun. I like my job. It's only going to be for a few months before I go away to school. Then I get to bury my nose into some books.
Yes, smart girl. We need smart people. Need
I'm
people to get
lucky that
punched
I
in the
got
head
those
like
things
me.
on
We need smart people like you.
it. School's hard nowadays. All online. That's what I had to do for my freshman year. I'm going to be a sophomore. All
Okay.
It was hard. I mean, like staying home with your family. when you're
It's
supposed to be living
distracting.
your
I
life.
understand. I understand. I completed my degree. It took me a long while. It was actually a program through Team USA and USA Boxing because of my elite status as a boxer. But I can understand. You just have to bite down and make it a part of your routine. Make it a part of your routine, like how you get up and organize or do other things. You have to make it a part of your routine. But you got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule before I go away to school,
That's important.
because it's really bad right now, and just trying to figure out how I'm gonna work my schedule because I want to do all these things at school. I mean,
Yeah.
I like doing stuff. I don't like sitting down and doing nothing. It's
Well,
awful.
that's good that you have the ambition, right? So you have all the tools, you just have to organize them. And sleep is important. Like me, I'm usually in bed. Well, I have to break dawn now, but if I wasn't traveling, I'm usually in the bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I can get a good training in the next morning early and have energy and just give my brain a rest and give my body a rest. But get that sleep together and drink a lot of water. You'll be fine.
Do you have any advice for people that maybe want to go into boxing or they're already in boxing but they don't know how to kind of jumpstart their career?
I would give advice to surround yourself with what you want to be, educate yourself, work very, very hard. For the ladies, work twice as hard, work harder than the boys, and just understand that it's a business. You are curating a brand. So, you can get the people to watch, but make sure you have the skill to back it up. Don't want to be a hype job, but education, good association, integrity, and just being smart, and you'll be able to do it.
So I cannot wait to hear what happens with your match on June 19th. Everyone, if you can, please find a way to watch this. I will try and find a way. I don't know if it's on is it like pay-per-view kind of?
Yes, it's my first pay-per-view, but it's available on Triller, and it's also available on Fight TV. So if you could follow me on social media, on Instagram, I'm at the HH Diva, THEHHDIVA, and also on Twitter, and you'll see updates for it. Or you can also look up Triller on their social media platforms and see what's going on.
I was just gonna ask you where people could find you and everything like that. Do you want my job? Do you want to be the host of the show?
No, I'm so sorry. Trust me, I get interviewed so much. It's just like boom.
I'm only kidding. Thank you so much for being on this show. It was
No problem.
so cool to hang out with you for a bit.
You
Jerry
know.
typed in the chat that he's giving me a code to watch it, so I will be watching.
Oh, go
Shout out
Jerry.
to both of you. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see. And then I'm gonna talk about it on one of my next episodes, or maybe I'll make like a reaction vid or something, post it on my socials. Speaking of my socials, everyone, you can follow me on Twitter at WSM Podcast, and on Instagram you can follow me at Women's Sports Matter. If you want to follow my personal account, it's linked in my bio for my podcast Twitter account, but I don't really post anything, so just follow my podcast Twitter account. Okay, everyone. It happens sometimes where people click follow both. I don't care, but also I'll mostly tweet on that one. Anyway,
All
again,
good.
I really loved having you on. Do you want to shout out anything else before we end?
No, just shout out to you, and I can't wait till you finish your degree and pick a sport and do all those amazing things that you want to do. So thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye, sweetie. Tell your mom I said hi.
Of course.
All right, bye.
Bye.